I'm not gonna be talking a lot because my throat was hurting really badly. So I just typed out my dad's script and he read it and it was good. Hey guys, today I'm back with another video and today I have a special guest, my dad.
Yo.
I'm not gonna say your name.
Oh, Tariq Griffin, her dad, my spawn. So, cool. All right. So why are we here?
All right. So today we'll be making a movie review about Lamb to the Slaughter.
Lamb to the Slaughter.
Yeah.
Okay. Really? Really? The Ghetto. So, Lamb to the Slaughter. That's the movie we're going to critique today.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Here we go. Hey guys, we're back from the movie.
Okay. Hey, Lamb of the Slaughter.
Lamb
to the Slaughter.
Lamb to the Slaughter.
Yeah, it is Lamb to the Slaughter.
Yeah.
Interesting clip.
Very.
Not interesting?
Not really.
No?
No.
So what, two thumbs down, one thumb up, one thumb down? What do you think?
One
thumb up, one thumb down? Really? So 1 to 10, A to F? What's your rating?
I'll give it a solid 5.
A good 5? Average?
It's average.
Why just average?
I mean, it's not really something I would watch, but it's just there. It's not a lot of violence or action. It's just something my generation wouldn't really like that.
Your generation?
Yeah.
Okay, so you want action and violence.
Yeah.
I mean,
what's your rating, Dad?
I'm gonna give it a 7.
A 7?
Yeah.
Okay.
It had violence, just murder, clearly, but it's in black and white, so that's a downer.
I mean, ain't you used to that?
Really? I'm not that old.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not that old. I'm like 30. No, it's I didn't like the black and white aspect, but I do like the message that the clip had. It was really speaking to some of the gender roles in society, the way
stereotypes,
the way men and women are not completely equal, right?
Yep, equal.
So if I see a movie or come across a work of art and there's a message in it that I can relate to and it applies to the world that we live in and I get something from that, it's always above average. So that's why I'm gonna give it a 7.
A 7. That's cool.
Yeah. Now, what's up with this this title? Was it Lamb to the Slaughter?
Yep, Lamb to the Slaughter.
Why do you think they chose to title it Lamb to the Slaughter? Like, what does that even mean? Lamb to the Slaughter. What is?
I mean, Lamb to the Slaughter kind of means like it's basically a person that's clueless.
Okay.
And they're in the danger zone. That's it.
Gotcha. Okay, so a Lamb to the Slaughter is a clueless person that's going to have harm coming to them and they don't know it. Okay, so in this movie or in this clip, I guess who's the lamb?
I mean, in the beginning it was Miss Maloney, but like after, into the movie it kind of switched to Mr. Maloney and the detectives. They became the lambs.
Interesting. Okay, so it's like a role reversal.
Yep. Just like that.
Okay. That's probably why they made that title Lamb to the Slaughter. It's kind of ironic because the person that you would think is the lamb, which from reading the story and seeing the clip, I would think Miss Maloney was the lamb because in the story, in the beginning, Miss Maloney is sitting at home
like a normal
good housewife,
sewing her baby something.
Right. She's got a newborn. She's a mother in wait. They're expecting a kid. She's sewing, probably sewing something for the baby, a little quilt, a little burpee or something. And
burpee?
I don't know what the kids wore back then. It was black and white. But, but regardless, she's expecting the baby. She's sewing, and she's being a good housewife, waiting for her husband to come home.
Yep.
And when her husband came home,
everything shut down.
Everything changed. Like,
yep.
I mean, she was still being a good housewife because I think she poured. Well, in the story it said that she normally wouldn't speak to him until he had finished his drink. Like, she would take his coat, she would make a weak drink for herself and a strong drink for him, and she would, not say anything to him until he finished his drink.
Yeah, but in the story, he made himself, like, the second drink, he made it himself and told her to sit down.
Right. Actually, in the story, he finished the whole first drink.
Yeah, just straight cool.
So actually, if she notices him doing something different, it makes her think something's wrong. So she just starts to. Really? What is that? Is that Candy?
Yeah.
Visit the ghetto much? This is my co-host. Yeah. You gotta excuse my daughter here. So in the clip, she does all the talking.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't say a word, and she's just trying to be a good wife, which made me think that she was the lamb, because she's typically in today's society, the women just try to do everything to please the man, and the man just kind of takes charge and lays down the law, and the woman just follows suit. And in the beginning of this clip, that's what she's doing. She sees that her husband is a little bit maybe upset or maybe tired. She's not sure, and because she's not sure, she just keeps rambling, and after a minute, you're thinking, wow, here we go, typical wife. Yeah. Just another woman who's clueless, and they don't know when to shut up. No offense. And then it happens. The husband.
Man's world.
It's not a man's world. It's not a man's world.
It really is.
It's everybody's world. We share it together.
But it's mostly men that run things.
Yes. This is the world is definitely a male-dominated society. That is a fact. Yep. There's some changes being made. Not enough, not fast enough, but it is changes nonetheless. But let's get back to Lamb to the Slaughter. We were speaking to the fact that Miss Maloney appeared to be the lamb at first.
Yeah, but then Mr. Maloney became the lamb.
So at what point do you think that happened? All right, and that really just speaks to the role reversal. Yeah. When Miss Maloney stopped being the lamb and Mr. Maloney became the lamb, in my eyes. So what do you think? Like, when do you think those roles were reversed?
I felt like it reversed when Miss Maloney was like, I'm leaving you, telling her that he wanted somebody else instead of her. So then, next thing you know, Miss Maloney was like, I'm not having that. So she was like, I'm going to make you something to eat so you can feel better and you can think about your decisions. Mm-hmm. But then he was like, no, sit down. I'm leaving you what you don't get about that. So then, next thing you know, Miss Maloney went to go get the lamb chop. Oh my God, she hit him against the head with it so he could die. Yep.
That's okay. Yep. I can see that. Because when she went to make the dinner, he basically stopped her like, hey, like, Earth to Miss Maloney, like, you're clueless. You're being a lamb right now. You're being stupid. Like, why are you trying to cook me dinner? Like, I'm leaving you. Don't cook me anything. So I get it. Yep. That was sort of the point where it drove the point home for her. And I guess at that point she didn't want to be a lamb anymore.
She wanted to be the big dog. Like me.
Well, these kids. But for me, I think the reversal happened when he told her about the divorce and the separation and leaving her. And in the story, she felt as though, actually in the story, it stated that she wanted to continue to cook dinner because she felt that if everything was normal, the bad news that she just heard, like, it would just go away. And once he, told her, like, I don't want anything, she still went into the freezer to get the lamb. And on the way to doing that, in the story, they said that she felt like she was floating.
Yeah. That shows that she was in her right mind.
Yeah, it's like she wasn't, like, you can't be in your right mind if you think you're floating.
Yep.
So if she's floating and she thinks she's floating and she's not in her right mind, for me, that's like having an out of body experience. So for me, that's my point of the role reversal. I think she stopped being the lamb at that point in time when she had that out of body experience. She was no longer herself, which is the lamb.
Yep.
That's my take.
Cool beans.
So, what about this this murder? The detectives and the murder scene, like it doesn't. That's the thing. That's why I gave it a 7, because it doesn't seem like, on the surface, it doesn't seem that great, but when you look into the whole role reversal, and how we live in this male dominated society, and you see how she sort of plays, like she stops being the lamb and turns Mr. Maloney into the lamb.
Yeah.
I think she may even turn the detectives into a lamb. She did?
Because, like, at the end of the movie, towards the end of the movie, she offered them a drink, but then they was, like, trying to decline the offer. Like, I can't take it. I'm a detective. This is not that. Da-da-da-da. And then they accepted the drink because they knew Mr. Maloney.
Right.
So then she made them clueless to, like, seem like she was friendly and stuff. Like, she didn't do it and stuff. Yeah.
And so basically she played them.
Yeah, she played them.
And so now they're clueless and they're the lambs.
Yep. And then they ate the evidence.
And they ate the evidence. And what was the evidence?
A lamb chop.
Lamb. You got Mr. Maloney's a lamb. The detectives are lambs. The detectives are eating lambs. They should have put an S on it. It should have been lambs to the slaughter instead of singular with just one. But that's me. So I think there was a nice spin on that title. A lot of irony there. A lot of irony there.
And then she was laughing, going crazy. I mean, she been crazy, but.
So I mean, to start the clip off and depict Miss Maloney as the lamb, who clearly, like she's got, like she's in tow with this baby. I think it's like 6 months or something like that. And speaking of which, like, even in the story, she thought about the baby and she was like, well, I just killed my husband. He's a police officer. Yeah. What's going to happen to me? What's going to happen to the baby?
She had to cover up her tracks.
She had to cover up her tracks.
She even made an alibi with her friend? Yeah.
Yeah. The lady, is it Molly? Was it Molly? Yeah, it was Molly.
Molly, yeah.
Like they were going to have dinner that night. Like she made it a point to call them and say, yeah, he's tired. We're going to cancel, and then she went to the grocery store and got vegetables to go with the meat, even though he's trying to sell her meat. She's like, no, I've got some meat. I got some lamb, murder weapon.
And then when she got home, she started throwing things everywhere. She emptied out her purse.
Dropped the grocery sack.
Yep. Dumped everything out. Knocked over things.
Went through the drawers, pulled the papers out. So she's creating a murder scene. She's creating an alibi. because of the baby.
Yeah.
You know, and because she thought about it, like, what's going to happen to my baby? Like, will they kill me and the baby at the same time, or will they wait till the baby's born? So for her to give that much thought to her alibi clearly shows that she's no longer the lamb. So, hey, big ups to Miss Maloney. Like,
big ups.
Okay, I salute Miss Maloney.
Nobody say that. It's like, that's what's up.
She did what was necessary to
protect her child.
To protect the child.
That's unborn.
Flip the script, reverse the roles, and say men don't run everything. We can take control too.
Yeah.
And she took control. She really did.
Yeah. So
I think there was a low battery signal. Well,
it's fine. It's still recording.
Okay, cool. But yeah, so that was Lamb to the Slaughter. I think that clips like that are good for exploring the
deeper meaning into things.
Yeah, which is essentially just gender roles in society. You know, the way, men want women to act a certain way, women want men to act a certain way. I think that you just have to have an open mind. Mm-hmm. Maybe, right?
Yeah.
Or, it's equality for all. I think if you had an open mind, you wouldn't be able to have the evidence right under your nose, like the detectives were saying in the book or in the story. They said they were looking for the murder weapon. Miss Maloney is clearly feeding them the murder weapon.
Yeah.
Like they're
laughing about it.
They're laughing about it. The lambs are eating lamb, and they're laughing about it. And at the same time, Miss Maloney, who is no longer a lamb, is laughing as well. So, hey,
it's a win-win.
It's a win-win.
Actually, it's a win-lose.
It's a win-lose.
It's a win-lose.
Who won? Who lost?
Miss Maloney.
She
Maloney
won.
dead. Peace out.
So, hey, old lambs got the victory. New lambs took the L. Maybe that's a word to the wise father man out there. You never know, you might be a lamb one day. Treat them right.
You're not talking to me, you're talking to boys.
All right.
Just say boys.
So, it's all the same.
No, it's not.
There you have it. This is Amira. This is Amira's dad, Mr. Griffin. This is our take on Lamb to the Slaughter.
I don't want everybody to know my last name.
They're in class with you.
But they don't know my last name. They barely know my first name.
Y'all don't call roll?
No. Who do that?
Okay. I'm sorry y'all had to hear all that. She's a little paranoid. Anyway, you know what?
Never.
She's not a lamb.
What?
I said, you're not a lamb. That's the point where you're supposed to say, definitely not.
I'm definitely not a lamb.
All right. Hey, hope y'all enjoyed it. We'll be back. We'll be back for the next review as soon as her teacher assigns it. Give her plenty of work.
Don't.
Peace.
Peace out.